Now the vegetation is growing unchecked and the island is in danger of being overgrown by large areas of nettles, bracken and brambles. As an experiment, this area is being cleared of vegetation and already the grass species are beginning to grow back. It's a continuing job to keep this area cleared of vegetation as the new shoots appear so quickly. We might expect that with the new growth of grass there'll be an increase in the rabbit population. And already there are signs that rabbits are returning to this area. There are plenty of rabbits here, you don't see them very often except for the occasional corpse. Not all the vegetation will be cleared. Like all things in nature, it does serve a purpose. It provides a home for quite a large colony of lesser black-backed gulls. The gulls prefer the vegetated areas and place their nests just in the edges because it provides hiding places for the chicks as they grow and shelter from the strong winds. The colony was once growing at an alarming rate, but the numbers peaked in about 1975, and since then the numbers have declined to a much more acceptable level. This has given other bird species a chance to move back to the island and nest.
One such species is a distinctively coloured wild duck called the Shelduck. Being a very timid bird, they're best observed with the aid of binoculars. They come here to mate and hatch their eggs. But since there's no food supply for them here, the family will leave the island just as soon as the chicks are able to make the walk to the sea. These chicks are now ready for the one-way trip to the water. The parents are waiting for the tide to change so that the family will drift on the currents. These will carry them to suitable feeding grounds such as those at Minehead. The presence of our camera has frightened away the parents of these chicks. If left alone, the chicks would be attacked and killed by the gulls, so it's important that we do not stay too long, and that as we retreat, we watch to see that the parents who've been circling overhead return to the chicks before any gulls move in. For the gulls, the island is their nursery and dormitory. The chicks hatch out over a period of 3 or 4 weeks from mid-June to early July, with often 2 to a nest. Although this is home for the gulls, there's no food supply for them here. Their feeding grounds are just a short flight away to the mainland, with its coastline, fields, and in more recent years, the rubbish tips of our household refuse. Not all the gulls are lesser blackbacks. Around the rocky coastline, a number of herring gulls have their nests and raise their young.